Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst, great Malabite, Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Rufa.
Morning.
Yes, we'll start the review with this day Nigeria's newspaper of record. We start with the story above the masthead. Court to Fubara, by withdrawing all suits, you have admitted wrong and liability. Nullifies presentation of 2024 appropriation to 4-member assembly. Declares invalid reposting of clerk deputy. Yes, yesterday there was this ruling that literally, I don't want to say tie the hands of Sim Fubara, the governor of Rivers State. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja yesterday told the Rivers State governor, Similaye Fubara, that by withdrawing all the processes he filed and the suit before it, he had admitted to all the allegations. Now, Rufa, you asked the valid question. The agreement that was supposedly signed by Sim Fubara himself, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu intervened in the matter, and part of the agreement was that all cases, all, I underline all, in connection with this matter should be withdrawn from the courts. And of course, amongst other agreements. And Sim Fubara, I don't want to say sheepishly, but I think that looks like he went ahead and withdrew all his own case, the cases filed by his own side. And of course, the speaker from his side quickly resigned and was appointed as chief of staff. Now you ask, how come the other side did not withdraw all cases as signed in that agreement? Well, when you read that agreement in the first place, you will want to believe that it has all the imprints of an interested party. In this case, perhaps the former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, because everything seemed to have tilted to his side. But by this ruling, it means for somebody who knows the law, if you withdraw, you have admitted something. And I don't withdraw, I pursue my case, and that is the ruling. I don't want to say, well, perhaps Sim Fubara seemed to be learning the ropes very slowly. But maybe you never can tell. Maybe he has his own ace up his sleeves. But as things tend to unfold, maybe he will bring out his own joker. But for now, I think the matter is clear. I don't want to say Nyesom Wike is not in charge, because as a governor, executive governor of that state, elected by the people, then he has powers. And he should be able to work with the legislature without anybody trying to impeach him. But things are not always what they seem to be. And I will leave it at that. Now, the lead story. This day, the lead story. Dangote remains Africa's richest as Forbes unveiled 20 Africa's richest billionaires in 2024. $10 returns to ranking, named among continent's wealthiest. Yes, Ruben, you intervened on this matter. Well, I know you like to speak for the poor. You said the billionaires are making their money. Why the rest of us? I know you are not part of that, the rest of us, because I know your what. You know I know your what. And you are not too far away. Dr. Bati. But
intellectual Dr. Ruben.
No, but you know, Ruben, one of the things.
And I wake up early morning.
Ruben, listen to me.
You sit at home and
Ruben, listen to me.
People that know your what have told you your what.
Ruben, Ruben, listen.
When I become a millionaire, I will retire.
No, I don't think that's possible.
$10 has not retired.
He is not retired.
Dangote has not retired.
Dangote still they find money.
So why will you retire if you make only 1 million? If that is what is your ambition.
1 million.
No, I know.
We know your what.
Now, Ruben, recall that one of the, of course, I know you joined us at one point in taking philosophy lessons. And one of the stories written by Aristotle is that, look, philosophers, in this case, men of knowledge, just can make money if they choose to be money makers or pursue wealth. I recall that story. He was responding to the story told by the story about Thales of Miletus, who left philosophy, used his knowledge to make wealth. And so much was his wealth that people were saying, there's no value in philosophy. Let's pursue wealth. And of course, Aristotle had to tell that story, that philosophers can make money if they choose to. So Ruben, if you had spent all the time you use in the pursuit of knowledge, very good to do business, I'm sure. But in any society, we need men of knowledge like you,
yes,
and we need billionaires. But let's look at the men.
The same Aristotle also said that the ultimate purpose of existence is the pursuit of happiness.
If knowledge can give you happiness.
If making money makes you happy,
no,
by all means.
Knowledge can give you happiness too.
Dr. Martin, knowledge is definitely what makes him happy.
Yes,
not money.
because I know how you have pursued knowledge. Despite making first class, the best in our graduating set, you have been pursuing knowledge from one university to another, from Oxford to LASU, all places you have been pursuing knowledge.
I'm probably still pursuing
Ruben, let's talk about billionaires. Now, enough of that knowledge before somebody will think I don't appreciate billionaires. We do. Of course, 4 Nigerians making that list, and Dangote returning to the top as Africa's richest man. Of course, overtaking the South African Johan Rupert, who was the richest man in 2023, going by Forbes record. And of course, one interesting thing about this is that billionaires, they also help themselves, right? There's a saying, I don't know how to say it in Queen's English, it's better said in Pidgin. There's a saying that support each other, 9 rice, they full pot. You see, $10 has taken stake in Dangote Cement. With that, Dangote Cement has got to that 10 trillion naira capitalization. And that helped to push Dangote up also on the list, and is number 1. And I'm sure $10 investing in that has also helped his own standing, and he has moved into that top 20 bracket of Africa's richest billionaires. But one lesson we have to also look at, Ruben, and which is taken from the Aristotle book, is that people who make money, they study the seasons, as in those days when farming was the main occupation. They study the season and they know when to invest in harvest. And people still do it now. I was telling Rotus, if you take 10 million naira, go to Yobe State during harvesting season of beans, aka Ewa, and you invest, buy produce, 10 million. In a year's time, if you can keep them properly in your silos, you will make almost 100 million. And what did $10 do? He was the king of diesel, making money. But he had to move to the next step, and he became a proper petroleum product person with his acquisition of AP.
If you knew this much about how to make money, what are you doing, Jonathan?
The pursuit of knowledge, just like you. We are pursuing knowledge. And we cannot all be striving to become billionaires.
The way you are analyzing how other people make money.
Yes.
Go and make your own.
I'm satisfied with what I have. You know, contentment with godliness is a great game. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not satisfied, I'm not a poor man. The director of this day and Arise Media Group cannot be a poor man.
Not at all.
So leave that. Don't say I'm not making money. But let me continue so that people can also learn the tips billionaires use,
Aspire to
right?
aspire.
Yeah, aspire to.
He
aspire
moved
to
from
aspire
diesel
to aspire.
into petroleum products, and of course he acquired AP, which later became Forte Oil. But with the knowledge, that's where knowledge comes in, that fossil fuel will be going out of fashion, right? He sold his Forte Oil and bought into Geregu Power. And today, he took Geregu Power to the stock exchange for us to share not only in the wealth, but in the risk, right? And today, he holds 73% of Geregu Power. You know the worth of that? $850 million. That's the worth. Because Forbes is not calculating in your devalued naira. They're making their calculation in dollar. And guess what? You know the Instagram handle of Femi Otedola, Ote and dollar sign. And I was saying, if there's a Yoruba version of Instagram, how will you pull that? Ote, or America, or something? Ote, dollar sign. Anyway, so when he calls it Ote, dollar, he knows he wants to increase his dollar holding, not necessarily his naira holding, right? And so Ruben, of course, it's the same trajectory of Dangote. If you know Dangote from way back in time.
Emmanuel Efene, the philosopher journalist who is contented with being a billionaire journalist. And that's all on today's edition.
Ruben, we cannot all be billionaires. Otherwise, that would be a recipe for people doing all kinds of things to be rich.
Well, thank you very much, Emmanuel Efene.